to the cockpit. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am so excited to talk to you, Jet fans. I was at training camp today. Very excited, super amped up on everything we got to see today. So I want to do a little bit of a live, kind of talk to the fans about it, see how you guys were feeling. Seeing all the clips coming out was just absolutely awesome. I see Richie in the chat. Richie, what's up, dude? Got to see him. He got some really cool shots and some really cool signatures, by the way. Props to you, Richie. Very, very cool. Oh, look at everyone that's hopping in. Got Jay-Z Jets, Ryan King comes in. Boom. Jay-Z Jets, Jet King, Main Catch, Keuka Lake. That kind of excited, I know. Snoopy's in here. Brian Bogan says, is JJ actually moving to linebacker? No, he's not. They switched him to linebacker so he could have number 11. Nothing is changing about his role. Curly says, were players signing autographs going to be going August 6th? There were players at the end of practice giving autographs. If you kind of stood around near like some of the, the railings and stuff, they kind of went around the field. The VIP side had everyone, though. that was really nice. They had Lavernius Coles and Wayne Corbett signing in like the Jet Fest kind of blow-up jumping thing section of the thing. It's very cool. John G says, I just watched the Davis touchdown on Instagram for the 20th time. Dude, I've been watching highlights all day. I'm like scratching at the bitch. It's like, I need it. I just need it. Max says, greetings from Germany. Hello over there, across the pond. What time is it by you? It's got to be like 3 a.m. Glad you're on. Hey, Vinny! What's up, dude? Ryan, me and my pops are going to go to training camp. Are you going again? Yeah, I'm going. So I'm going to go the 30th. I'll be there with myself, Green Bean, O'Leary, and one of my other buddies. I'm trying to go any other day. I don't have tickets for the 23rd, which is tomorrow, or the 27th. I wasn't able to get tickets for those 2 days. And then I'm going to try and get tickets for whatever the August dates are. So as many as I can go to, I'm going to try to go. So, boom. Good to see you, dude. Well, hear from you. See you? Sort of see you. I see the V. Legend Killer says, no, he just wanted to wear number 11. So now he just has to be shown as an NFL linebacker. Yeah, I like the switch to with JJ's number. Ills Wager says, did you see the fight? I saw all 3 of them. It was nuts. The first time we were looking, I was like, that looks like it's Ruckert and Clemens. And then I start seeing all the tweets pop through of like, oh, it's Ruckert and Clemens. I was like, oh, wow. That's not like, you're talking about some big cojones on Ruckert saying like, oh yeah, I want to go after the dude that brought a baseball bat with barbed wire around it. That's the guy you're going to go after. You're nuts. Absolutely crazy. I love it though. I think it's cool. People were fired up. Fans got into it. Definitely excited. And look, there's always raw emotion at this stage of camp and everything. And man, if there were 2 players that I wanted to see like go at, I was like, did they stage this? I was like, I really want to see Ruckert and I really want to see Clemens. I love it. Anthony says, you going to see Rodgers play at a Jets game? You damn right I am. I'm going to the home opener. I'll be there against Buffalo. And then I'll be there week 9 against the Chargers. Everything else kind of up in the air. Don't know if I'm going to go to any other ones outside of that right now. Irving says, Sauce is that dude. Yeah, check out that bling that Rodgers got. I wonder what that cost Sauce to get that made. I mean, heck, maybe the jeweler gave him like a dope deal because like this is going to be for Rodgers. But he does the jewelry for like a bunch of different players. Really cool. Zachary Bernie says, you look like a person who put on sunscreen today. Yeah, no pork fried rye today. Very, very happy that we were in the overhang. And also, me and my buddy got there like super early. So we were one of like the first probably 25% of fans that got into like the camp. So we went over to this like the bleachers and we got into like the first row of like shaded seats. It was really really cool to have that right there. And then I also wore a bucket hat and sunscreen. So I had, full protection. Not getting cooked like I did last year. Brian King says Hard Knocks should be called Hard On. Jets porn, OMG. I like that. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. What's up, Main Catch? Kelvin? Peg and Artie? What's up? Glad to have you in here. Joshua says, thanks for going live when dads are up with their crying children. Of course, Joshua. My crying child is... she wasn't crying today. She was pretty good. She's asleep. She is down for the count. Gotta love those 7 p.m. snoozy times. Max says, Germany, 4 a.m. Night shift, bro. Well, I'm glad to have you. Thanks for wasting your time, wasting it on me. Your time's valuable, so I appreciate it. Brian Bogue says, are we going to see you on Hard Knocks? So I did not go crazy to try and get on camera or anything like that. I was not trying to do that. I was trying to go a little more covert. Had my Talking Jets shirt on, had a little bucket hat, some shades, going a little covert ops. It was in my car. I brought my cheese head. So I might wear my cheese head to the one on the 30th. And then it's like a pepperoni pizza slice of cheese head. So maybe I'll get on for that. But probably not. They're going to be like, yeah, nah, don't show that guy. Snoopy, what was up with that underthrow by Rodgers? You think he has arm fatigue? I don't know how much of it was really a bad throw because Sauce was fully extended. I mean, definitely from the angle of the fans and the clip. Actually, it's really cool. So ESPN reached out to me about that clip that I posted. So that was pretty cool. FanDuel reached out. What was the other one? Dove Kleinman reposted it. I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. Yeah, so apparently ESPN's going to have it too. But yeah, am I worried about Rodgers' arm? No, not at all. The angle that the Jets posted, you could see it was a fucking reach for Sauce to get his hand on that ball. I have no issues with that. KD says, Ryan, what was the atmosphere like compared to previous seasons? So the Jet fans were pumped up. As soon as Rodgers started coming out from the building, everyone started chanting, and then Rodgers gives the little wave, and everyone's like, oh, he's the greatest man alive. This is incredible. It was cool. Fans are amped up. It was busy. I mean, it wasn't hard to get to the shuttle or parking or anything like that. Everything was super easy. I think that they probably could have even let in more people than they did. The bleachers were not totally full. So I don't know if some people just either didn't show up or there was a lot of people along the fence line, around the field too. So those people maybe were not factored in to the seating area. But it was awesome. Really, really cool. Fun atmosphere. Beautiful weather too. Zachary says Sauce has 40-foot arms, which is unfair for everyone. He's if you had to make a video game character to play cornerback, it's Sauce. That's what it is. He's unreal. He does look I don't want to say stockier. That's the wrong word. But his legs look stronger. He doesn't look as lanky as he did last year. He feels like he's put on some muscle. So I'd love to see a weight comparison between the 2 years, see if there's any truth to that. Connor says, after the allegations, I think we are out on Cook. Regardless of the truth, too much of a distraction. So actually, the stuff with Cook, he's had issues with the cops for years. That's why he fell in the draft. So I think he was the best running back coming out of that year. I really do. He was so good. And I want to say at that point in time, there was 6 years in a row where he had some sort of run, going back to high school. So every consecutive year had a run-in with the police. And I don't know if this was one of those situations. I didn't look into seeing what year this was from. But yeah, he's not necessarily a shining role model by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm fine with passing on him. I like Michael Carter. I'm cool with having him as running back too. And then, if you want to, especially Cook at $8 million or whatever he wants, I don't want to do that. I'd rather go with Zeke or Hunt or Fournette or I'm fine with bringing in a running back. I just don't want to pay a premium to a running back that I want to be running back to. But yeah, I haven't seen Cook as a really, I don't want to say viable option, but I think he just wants to go to Miami. I think that's ultimately what he wants to do. And he's using us as leverage. And any sort of bad publicity he gets from us is going to be like, hey, well, what the hell? Just speculation, though. Sean says, so wanted to be there today. Only got tickets for tomorrow. Looks awesome. Yeah, I was trying to get tickets for tomorrow. Couldn't get it. I had my whole staff when they went on sale. I was like, everyone take a break. You gotta get the tickets for training camp. We'll try and do that. I gotta change my little alert. I don't know why I get a little zombie up there. I had a jet plane, but I think I screwed something up. Shurzy says, hi from Australia. Are you watching this upside down? I think you are. Thank you for tuning in. Matt Curtis, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Anthony Brown says, will we possibly see you week 3 versus the Patriots? I really wanted to go to that game. So this was the game we were going to pick for our group buy, but Becca was due with baby 2 really early. So I didn't want to do anything or have any commitments for like the 2 weeks after the baby's born. And now the baby's coming earlier, so I could have been able to do that. So maybe. I'll say possibly. I don't have a ticket yet. Possibly, though. Cleopatra. Today was so hype. Love the energy surrounding the team right now. Yeah, friggin' Sauce giving the chain to Rodgers. Like, this feels like everyone on this team's having fun. Like, just everyone stay healthy. Stay healthy right now, because this is going to be a special year. Cuca Lake calling my dad hat a dad hat. My bucket hat. Love my bucket hat. Did you get anything signed? No, I don't. I usually don't try to like run up to the players. There's a lot of like kids and stuff, and I kind of let them do things. And I just I observe, I wave. It's nice. I didn't do anything. Rico says, what jersey is that, Ryan? I've been saying for years Jets should rock a gray jersey at least once so we can pay homage to the team's name. Yeah, I've always said that the Jets' alternate color should be an F16 gray, and I saw this on their website, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that jersey before. I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm going to buy it. And it also doesn't have, like, the weird triangles on the side. So I was like, let's put it in the arsenal. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. They'll probably never wear this uniform, but I like it. That's all that matters, right? Dane O says, we upgraded at number 11 and number 8. Love it. Yeah, you went from Denzel Mims to Jermaine Johnson at number 11. And then you have Aaron Rodgers instead of Elijah Moore. Really love it. Oh, Ayab says, team boy or team girl? Congratulations either way. Thank you. So this is going to be baby girl number 2. So we already know. So we're really excited about that. There was a long time I was like, oh, I really want a boy. I want to be able to like do all this, like all the boy stuff and everything. And I was like, you know what? I can do all the same stuff with the girl too. Totally fine. Super fun. The first time I came home and she like fully like recognized me and like the feet start going and the hands start going and I'm just like, this is the cutest thing on the planet. I'll take 10 more girls. Be fantastic. No, I'm 2 and done. But thank you. A Fungus Among Us saying click the like button. Yeah, if you're hanging out in here, enjoying what we're seeing from our team, make sure you smash that like button. Always good to see it. Helps with the algorithms and whatnot. Dano said Sauce still had to dive for it. Yeah, he's got like a 73-inch wingspan, and he was still like all the way outstretched to try and hit that ball. Sean says, Ryan, I'm loving the ambiance. Great setup. Thank you. I love my lights. My green. I took my cheese head off Flo in the back, or Lawrence, or whatever his name is. We should come up with a name. I'm supposed to keep this name as Florence. This is from Becca's grandma's house. And I'm not allowed to change the name. So it's Flo, or Lawrence, or Florence. But I kind of wanted to come up with some other name. So maybe we'll scratch our head on that one. Sauce can scratch his knee without bending it. His arms are enormous. Curly Norm says, I wanted Cook, of course. McCagnon took May, another safety. Yeah, it definitely caught me off guard. Peg and Artie say, watched clips all day. Jets YouTuber crews did a great job sharing the scene with us. Yeah, it was fun. It's nice seeing everyone out there. I tried to link up. I offered a ticket to Tyson from Let's Talk Jets Radio. I was like, dude, did you get a ticket? He's like, no, I didn't get a ticket for today. I was like, I got one if you want to go. And he's just like, oh. He's like, let me see if I can move some stuff around. And he wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. But hopefully I see him at another one. I think... myself, Green Bean, and Matt will be at the 30th one. So that'll be fun. Connor says, I'm curious to hear your opinion. Let's say the Rams suck and trade at the trade deadline. Would you go all in for Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald? Unlikely, but something different to talk about. I don't think it's likely at all. Would I go after Kupp and Donald? I mean, we love either one of them. I don't know. I would say no. I like our defensive line so much that trading any kind of assets that would be required to get these two players, I don't want to say it would bother me, but it would definitely be a little bit, maybe a misallocation of resources. I'd rather us lump more money into I don't know. It would be funny. I guess if we had injuries and things happen, then maybe you reconsider it, but I don't think it's very likely. Zachary says, we have 3 NFL teams rooting for the Jets. The Jets, the 49ers, and the Packers. I like it. I'm excited. Why are the 49ers rooting for us? I guess because the Salah connection, I guess. I mean, I guess technically... Well, the Packers are rooting against us because they want the better draft picks. So they're rooting for us because of Rodgers, but they're rooting against us for the draft picks. Sorry. I already read that one. Where's that other one? E-Boogie. E-Boogie comes in. Did you see the Hard Knocks camera crew or One Jets Drive? I did. I got to see them both. Very cool. I was behind Jetman for a lot of what was going on. I saw Johnny. Saw Johnny Ice Cream. We pointed at each other. I was like, yo, Johnny. I know his dad. We were waving at each other. I was like, oh, I should go down there and get a picture. And then everyone's getting pictures with him. I was like, my seat's fine. I'll just point and wave. He was excited. Johnny, if you're watching. No, you're not watching. It's 10:30. If you're rewatching, hello. Matthew says, Clemens shows up with the Walking Dead Lucille bat, then gets involved in a brief skirmish at camp. Can totally see this being him just building up his Hard Knocks cred as someone not to mess with. Oh, 100%. When I turned to my buddy as soon as the fight broke out, I was like, that looks like it's Clemens. And it looks like it's Ruckert. If I had to pick 2 players to get in a scrum where I wanted to help their stock and get the fans fired up, those would be the 2 players. Although I could see both of them chirping one another too. So I'm sure it was real. But yeah, he's definitely gonna be a fan favorite. Clemens is gonna be a fun player to watch on Hard Knocks. Ooh, Cayuga Lake. I said 2 and done, but then my wife had twins. Woof. That's rough. Ryan King. We are bringing back the 80s white throwback this year. What do you think? I hope they bring back the helmet too, or at least the logo on the helmet. I think that would be really neat. I thought we were using the alternate blacks this year. Again, maybe we're not, because I think you're only allowed to have 2 helmets. But I hope that happens. Connor says, I remember you saying you grew up in Warwick. I grew up in West Milford. How many games did you watch at Penning's Farms? Not many, believe it or not. I didn't watch many football games at Penning's. I've been to Penning. I go to Penning's pretty frequently. I'm still in-ish the area. I love Penning's. It's so good. I possibly may help them out at some point. By help them out, I mean just sort of work occasionally. Doing a little bit more of the content stuff. Allows me to have some fun on some of the other things. Dano, so where are the Corey Davis falsers now? He'll be his best self with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. Yeah, I agree. I think Rodgers and Corey Davis. Look, Rodgers, or at least the Packers, wanted to trade for Corey Davis at some point, which tells me that Aaron Rodgers, to some degree, wanted to play with Corey Davis. So I think that's probably something to keep an eye on and realize that it's not all. What do I want to say? It's not all about who's the flashy new player? You didn't get Hopkins, okay, and we could save money by cutting Corey Davis, okay, but I don't think you have to do that. I I think Corey Davis is going to be just fine. There's a reason he went in the top 5, and he's had shit quarterbacks his entire career. So I'm looking forward to him. Dano says, Nightbot, I still love you for picking me for the putter. Yeah, Dano. Have you used it? I just used my putter for the first time. I was on the green at, we were doing an employee tournament, and I hop out, and I'm like, oh, sweet. We got like a, probably 30-foot putt. It was like we were on the other end of the green. And I take my head cover off my putter. I'm like, I still haven't unwrapped this. And I'm like taking the plastic off my Jets putter at the time of like putting it. Did not drain the putt, but I got close. It was a 2-putt. So Dark Q says, it says a lot about someone on a rookie deal is buying one of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL, like Diamond Chain. It says how good they're getting along. Yeah, I think Sauce is he's certainly a team player, and he's definitely aware. He's self-aware of himself and the marketability that this whole team has. Like, I think everyone is aware of this, and just having these kind of team bonding type moments that you have, like donning this, older quarterback with some fresh bling. It's almost like the Kirk Cousins, because he had the chain, didn't he, this year? Or was it last year? I like it. I think it's cool. Dano says, does it say HBO, NFL Films, or both for Hard Knocks? So it says NFL Films on the front, and then on the back it says, I think it says Hard Knocks Crew or something like that. It's in like the jet green, but they're all wearing black. You kind of have to pay attention to the one Jets drive versus the Hard Knocks Crew. I'm excited. Rico says, Johnny's going to get diabetes by the time this season is over. I told Johnny he's going to get fat. I was like, I want you to get so fat because you're eating too much ice cream. Sam says, Jets, Jags, Lions, funnest teams for me to watch this season. I like seeing bad teams become good. Yeah, me too. Everyone loves an underdog, right? Like, I'm excited for the Jaguars to have a good season. I'm excited for the Jets to have a good season. I'm excited for the Lions to go where they're going to. Like, I think they're trending in the right direction as well. I think to some extent, watching the lowly Bills a few years ago, see them start to have some success, kind of like, obviously a division rival. I don't want to see them do well, but it was kind of nice to see a team that was sort of struggling for a long time, get to the almost next level. Hopefully we beat them to that level. Hank says, I subbed to this channel, feeling sad as a Raiders fan, Ryan. Hank, I'm sorry. You guys are in a rough spot. Thank you for subbing up the channel and following along. I know you guys are in a rough spot. My buddy's a big Raider fan, and that team should have been better this year, and McDaniels, I think, is just torpedoing your entire team, and he's going to be out before too long. I think Devontae Adams is probably gone after this year, which, sucks. I don't know. You can be an honorary Jet fan, though. Like having you. Ali! What's up, dude? I reached out to Ali, too. Tried to get him to come. No dice. AJ says, wait, Clemens and Ruckert fought today? Yeah, it was great. Throwing haymakers. Jermaine Johnson got fired up, too. He was at least involved around some of these scrums. Love it. Andrew Yale says, love the content, man. You get a thumbs up. Let's see. See if I can change this right quick. I think I can. All right. Back to questions. Sorry about that. Matt Curtis says this year is going to be crazy. David, Scottish Jets fan, says, how you feeling? Or how you doing, Ryan? It's great to be a Jets fan for a change. Jets, bruh. It is. It's been a while, right? Haven't had a real strong feeling for success. There was always a lot of hope. Now it's like, okay, let's fucking punch someone in the mouth. Peter says, hey, Ryan, after seeing Sauce and Rodgers in person today, I think we're in for a ride. Yeah, this whole team's fun. It's a really, really cool team to watch. Dakota says AR8 has that gun for an arm still. It's clear only the haters will continue to hate. Yeah, dude, I posted that video and like friggin' every Patriot and Dolphin hater came out and was like, no, it's underthrown. He's washed. Like, okay, your quarterback's going to get bent in half. Fucking Tua. T. Willie. What's up, dude? Says supposedly they're using the same green we have now on the helmets, and they're going to put the Throwback logo on it. Ooh, I like that. That would be my favorite. I like the shiny green, and I would love to see the shiny green with the white alternate like logo. That's easily my favorite. There's a reason why I have that on my channel like logo. Really, really like it. Rico says, I'm kind of loving Ruckert's mentality. He seemed excited just to block a few snaps last season. He'll gladly stand up for the most intimidating guy on the defense. Yeah, the kid's a baller. I think he'll get some starting reps this year at some point, like probably later in the season, or if there's like any injuries, and then I think he starts next year. Frankie Football says, I heard they're just putting the old logo on the current green helmet. Ooh! That's the second person said it. I like it. Ali says, when are we linking? Let me know. We got to link up. Got to link up soon. Blitzcrew says, Aaron Rodgers will pull Corey Davis over and straighten him out and get most out of him. The talent was always there. There was one drop by Corey Davis, and I was like, no. So I guess, of course, this is going to happen again. And then he caught that touchdown. And it was like, okay, all's forgiven. Blitzcrew says, when does Sauce and Garrett get the C and Garrett his nickname? I would imagine they get the C's this year, probably. I don't know if they have they picked captains yet? They probably pick captains sometime in August. Ant Jets celebrates 27 months of membership, says, time to hit that like button. Ryan, send me that shirt. I think it's supposed to say, let's effing go. LRG. Let's go. I don't know if I'm reading that right. Send that shirt. Do I owe you a shirt? I don't know if I owe you a shirt. Maybe I owe you a shirt. Who knows? Ryan King, did you see Green Bean got 40 plus fans? Only subs. Only fan subs. Yeah. So we were talking about it. It was great. We were laughing about it. So if you guys don't know, our Talkin' Jets panel, we decided to make our membership tier. So like on my channel, it's economy class, frequent flyer, and first class. We were talking, they're like, oh, maybe we should do the flight crew. So we had that for a second, and then now it's OnlyFans. So if you want to subscribe to our OnlyFans, it's just our channel membership. So it's fun. T. Willie says, celebrating 28 months of membership. Throwbacks coming and a Hall of Fame quarterback. Am I dreaming? If we are, we're all dreaming together, and I love it. I love it. Andrew Yale, yo, Ryan, did you see Aaron Rodgers and Michael Carter handshake? I tagged you on Twitter. Oh, if you did, I definitely missed it. I saw the Sauce handshake where it was like, they kind of like went up and then did like the smoking thing. Very cool. I'll have to take a look though. Ooh, Ryan. Steel cage match. Clemens versus JJ. Who you got? I can't not take Clemens. Gotta take Clemens. Nick Dow. Sorry. Flipping words around. Letters around. Let's go. Live show on a Saturday. So the call-in show is going to be coming back Monday. So for those of you that want to call in and give your thoughts, we'll wind up doing that starting Monday again. Salem Hoy says, would love to watch our Jets make the playoffs for the first time since I've been a fan. Yeah, I would like to see them make it because it's been a long time. It's been 13 years. Tua needs bubble wrap. Tua needs more than bubble wrap. I'm like shocked he's going to continue playing. That's absolutely terrifying what happened to him last year. Sean, if there are any Dolphins fans, they can lick my booty hole. Cayuga Lake. Isn't the NFL rule states that teams can only have 2 helmets, so the Jets want to keep the black alternates and switch logos to the green helmet? That's probably what's happening then. If they're going to keep the black... Well, no, they have the black alternates already. They can have... Oh, but maybe change the green helmet. Well, they have the black jersey, but the black jersey is not an alternate. Black, white, and green are the 3 jerseys, and then the black helmet's the alternate. So if they're switching to the green helmet with the logo on the side, I would imagine that would just be the alternate then at that point, and you get rid of the black one for now. Kelvin asking, any word on the logo on the field? I haven't heard anything. I think the speculation is that it will happen because of the Giants logo being on the field. I'd be pretty upset if we didn't have that. Zachary says captains at the end of preseason. Yeah, that makes sense. Once you have like who's actually on the team. Russell says still kind of nervous to get overly excited for the season being a Jets fan for so long. I know we've been burnt. Right? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We don't know how long we're going to have Rodgers for. So enjoy it. That's all I can say. What convinced you to purchase the gray strip jersey? Gray jersey? I think it's cool. I think F16 gray should have been a colorway for the Jets. I think it's silly that we don't have that. I don't know why we don't, but whatever. Hunter, what are you waiting for with the throwbacks? Just release them. Yeah, right? They're probably waiting till Hard Knocks, and they'll be like, oh, man. Like, here's all this cool like info and whatnot. Sonny Miller. Hey, Ryan, wondering what the difference for the meetup versus Chargers tailgate versus ticket, the game plus tailgate. Let me know. So the difference is anyone who does the tailgate is just getting the tailgate. There's no pre-field access to those that just do the tailgate. It's through the Jets. So the ticket that you get for the game is what gets you the access for the pregame on the field stuff with us. So if you already have a season ticket or you're already going to that game or you want to sit in a different section than what we're sitting in, the tailgate ticket would at least get you, around us to hang out. Should be cool. We're supposed to have our own pop-up tent with Tailgate Joe. I think we're going to buy a flag too, so we'll have like a nice tall Talking Jets flag. So come find us. Ryan King says, what are the rules of throwbacks in the Super Bowl? Would be amazing to get there and wear the 69 team throwbacks. I don't know if we have to do the throw. I feel like you probably can't wear throwbacks in the Super Bowl. I don't know what the rules are, but I feel like that would be pretty surprising. Blitzcrew says, Tua should retire. That's me as a doctor, not as a fan. When he came up starched, and his hands were all locked up, that was friggin' terrifying. And you worry for the guy's life. I was saying before, when they put him back in and then he got hit again on a short week, I thought he could have retired and just sued the NFL and basically for 2 contracts worth of money. I think that should have been the play. At some point, you just got to worry about your own life. But whatever. Hopefully he's okay. I don't want to see him get hurt. Ace of Spades saying, Jalen Ramsey may be losing a step. We shall see. I hope that's what happens. I don't want to see Miami better than they already are. That's a good team if Tua stays healthy. Ooh, Hunter said leaked photo had white face mask. I actually didn't notice that. I was looking at the video and I just didn't catch the white face mask. Steven says this season is going to be epic. It is. Hawk says, if I was Tua, I would definitely retire. I also punch myself in the stomach and say, take that, you dirty fish. I enjoyed that. Zachary says July 24th. is the throwback release date. Is there any thought as to why that would be? Or did they just say that? Blitzker said, he's a kid listening to people investing cash in him. I hope Tua finds a safe way to retirement. Agreed. Ooh, did you listen to Mark Sanchez on The Herd? I did not. What did he say? I didn't catch it. I didn't watch much media outside of the Jets stuff that I saw at camp today. I came home and took a nap. I was tired. Kashmir says, just coming in. What did you miss? You missed! Aaron Rodgers getting his bling. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson going crazy. It was just a lot of fun. It was good to see the fans out there. Jesus Jerry Vodka says, do you root for any non-Jets players? Yeah, there's players that I do like. For a long time, when the Jets were the year the Jets got Mangold and Brick, I really liked Reggie Bush. I was a big Reggie Bush fan, and I was hoping there would be a way for us to get him. So I did have, or I think I still do have, a Reggie Bush Saints jersey. I think that's the only one that's a jersey that I have that's of a different team, or at least a serious one. I have a Patriots, a Dolphins, and a Bills jersey as well, because I was going to do this gag thing. Wound up not going with it, but I bought 4 jerseys off DHgate. So I have those. Specific players, I guess players that I like in college, I try to, sort of follow a little bit more. Off the top of my head, I don't have a player that's registering for me, but I like certain quarterbacks. I don't know. I like watching good running backs when good running backs are playing. Saquon's fun to watch. Hopefully he plays this year. I think he will. Hank says, we're about to get some rain where I'm at, Ryan. I can't tell you. My windows are closed. The lights are out outside. Someone turn them off. Connor Mead says, I hate how people question if the Jets can beat the Chiefs. The Texans almost beat them last year. There's no one we can't beat. I think you could put our defense against any team's offense, and they'll be able to hold their own. And if our offense can keep up points-wise with the opposing team's offense, I don't know if there's any team that's going to be able to stop us. I think the Jets are going to be really, really friggin' good. Now we just have to prove it on the field, because I'm going to say that right now, and then all of a sudden, the worst case scenarios are going to happen, and I'm just going to cry. Jesse says, the reaction that Tua had reminded me of Corbett's last catch. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was terrifying. You knew when Corbett hit his head that it was over. He was at training camp today. Him and Lavernius Coles were signing autographs. Rico says, I think the Vic Fangio to the Finns narrative is overblown. No one is accounting for them moving to a 3-4 to run his system. They got the personnel, but it takes time. I like Vic Fangio. I don't think the Dolphins... I don't want to say I'm not concerned with the defense. The Dolphins' offensive line makes me feel good because I don't think it's very good, and I think our defensive line is very, very good. So their defense being better going up against Aaron Rodgers, I feel like at least, I don't think we're necessarily at a disadvantage. Mike Healthy Life says, I'm excited for Hard Knocks. Let's be real. We want this. HBO does a great job. They really do. It's incredible. Now, I will say, once I started seeing the One Jets Drive stuff a few years after Hard Knocks, I was like, wow, the Jets are doing a really, really good job on their in-house stuff. So I enjoy that, but there's definitely a slant. Obviously everything's looked through a green lens with One Jets Drive. It's definitely built more as a way to hype up the fan base, where Hard Knocks, it's still going to be a way to hype up the fan base, but it's going to be maybe a little more objective or drama driven, where One Jets Drive may try to avoid some drama that you otherwise might get on a Hard Knocks. So I'm looking forward to it. I think they do a great job. Garrett says, love the jersey, by the way. Thank you, Garrett. Do you think we are overhyping this team or downplaying them? I feel like we are in for a big shock in a good way. I said last year, if the Jets had average quarterback play, we win the AFC East. And I really believe that. Look at how we beat Buffalo. We were without our top 3 weapons, Corey Davis, AVT, and Breece Hall, and we beat them with Zach Wilson throwing like 150 yards on a beautiful day. Now you're telling me we're swapping out Zach Wilson with Aaron Rodgers, and you're going to have AVT and Breece and Corey Davis. Like, I'm sorry, this team is going to be good. I've never bet on the Jets to win the Super Bowl, and I threw $100 on the Jets to win back in March before the Rodgers stuff happened because I was like, look, we're getting a quarterback. So it's going to happen. I think it's going to be Rodgers, but regardless of who it is, I think the Jets are going to do well. I don't think we're overhyping them. Other teams definitely feel like we're overhyping them. Like other teams are probably pissed at us. I got a lot of like, oh, Patriots are like 14-2 against you guys. I was like, well, that's great, but that's before Aaron Rodgers got here, and I would love to just stomp them into oblivion. Cashmere says, they did Sauce Gardner dirty on the Madden rating this year. He's a 93, and Ramsey's a 97, and Surtain is a 95. I think it's just because he's a second-year player. If he has another season like he did last year, he'll be like a 99. I don't really hold too much weight in the Madden stuff. Jerome, any truth to the rumor that the Jets are getting new uniforms in 2024? I do hope they do. I don't love this variation of the uniform. It's okay. I don't like the arrows. That's kind of why I went with this jersey. This jersey doesn't have those things. Although I did like the stripes. The last jerseys we had were my favorite, I think. But I like the logo from like the 80s, 90s. GVH, are you buying the Tony Adams hype after today? I started buying into the Tony Adams hype like a few weeks ago. And I like him and Sherwood, the two of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing where they progress throughout the season and throughout camp. They're going to be players that I keep an eye on for sure. Oh, this is a good question. Do you think running backs are underpaid? Yes, for sure. So my thought process with the running backs, and I don't know, it may not solve the problem, but I feel like they should flex the franchise tag. So an offensive lineman that gets a franchise tag, it's left tackle, right tackle, center, right guard, left guard. It doesn't matter. It's one tag. So if you were to do that with like a flex tag, let's call a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end, all the players that would receive a flex tag. So that would drop the value of a wide receiver or a tight end's already kind of low, but it might drop the price of the wide receiver tag a little bit, so receivers might get mad, but their careers can last longer, so they have the ability to hold out and kind of get that contract, where running backs, they're so short on their career, where if you make that franchise tag so much more valuable, like instead of a $10 million franchise tag, now it's a $17 or $18 million franchise tag. That means running backs are not going to get the franchise tag. They're going to get contracts at that point because teams are not going to want to pay as much as they're going to have to pay. Sorry about that. So yes, I do think they're underpaid, undervalued maybe. It just sucks because there's always like fresh legs behind them. It's such a young man's game. Zachary says, RIP all preseason teams' offenses. I hope we get to see some of our players in preseason, but I'm like kind of getting the feeling that we're not going to see anyone. Sauce is a top-tier corner. Ramsey got toasted by Diggs all day. Yeah, he gets to face him twice this year. Let's go. Is that legend? I don't feel like Carter can hold it down until Hall is healthy. You confident if we don't make another move, like the rookie we drafted. So I want to have faith in Michael Carter. So I want to see what our offensive line looks like. I want to give him the first crack at it because I do think one of, Cook, Fournette, Hunt, Zeke, one of those four should be available at some point. So if you're not feeling comfortable with the guys you have in your running back room and you're not ready to bring Hall back, then I would bring in one of those guys. I think Cook is the best of the backs. I think Hunt probably has the most tread on the tires. I don't love Fournette, but I wouldn't hate it. I do think Zeke is washed, but I would use him more towards the goal line and just bully people around. So maybe a different style of back. But I want to see what Izzy and Carter can do. Ryan, how did Zach look in person today? I hear good things. He had a good day. Everything I saw seemed pretty positive. I was curious to see how the fans were going to react to him, like, stepping up to the center. But no boos, or at least limited boos. He threw a pass and it was complete and everyone cheered. that was a little funny. All right, I have no idea what Rico's talking about. Now I got to find it. It's like a touchdown in your mouth. What the hell are you talking about? Curly says, hopefully I can get an autograph ball to replace my Elijah Moore one. I got a Wayne Corbett ball last year, 2 years ago. I do have a Zach Wilson ball, so I was kind of hoping he'd turn it around a bit. Bob says, what do you think of the wide receiver combo of Corey Davis and Allen Lazard? I really like it a lot. I think Corey Davis, if you get Corey Davis for 17 games and you get Allen Lazard for 17 games, I think Corey Davis is the better receiver. I just don't trust him to stay healthy the full time. I think having the two of them is going to be very, very helpful. I think the Jets realize how good Corey Davis is too. I think they're hoping he'll take a little bit of a discount. I would love to see Corey come back and say, like, or the Jets go to Corey and say, hey, look, you got $10.5 million that we could save if we cut you. Why don't we give you $10.5 fully guaranteed and then give you some incentives? We'll call it like a 2-year deal. I'd like to see that. Drop his cap hit a bit. Ryan's asking, what do you think of McDonald? How does he look? I was so infatuated with Aaron Rodgers that I legitimately did not watch Will McDonald like at all. Oh, Brian, becoming a member of the channel. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brian, for becoming a member of the channel. Ooh, we were talking about doing the 24-hour stream. I'll have to do that. I have to get like a member count in mind. If I'll look at how many members I have. And when we figure out, like, okay, once we get to X amount of members, I'll do the 24-hour stream. And I'll get a bunch of guests on and we'll do something fun. There you go, Ryan King. He says, use those milk thumbs. Hit the like button. We got almost 300 people in here and only 100 likes. Greg says, if the Jets win the Super Bowl, how much does that $100 win you, Ryan? So I got it at plus $2,500. So if the Jets win the Super Bowl, I get $2,500. David D says, you, Matt Greenbean, can hang with me in my luxury suite at MetLife Stadium after I win the Mega Millions next week. After you win the Mega Millions, if you feel like investing in a little tiny YouTube channel, and by invest, I mean just give me the money that I can put in the bank and live off the interest, that would be perfect, right? Like, I've always wondered, like, it would be great to be best friends with, like, a billionaire. And then, like, hey, can I just hold on to your, like, some of your millions of dollars, and then I'll just live off the interest. You can keep all your money, but, like, just the interest. Connor says, who would you prefer at safety, Kerry Rhodes or Jim Leonard? Right now, I would prefer Kerry Rhodes because I look at him more as a free safety. Jim Leonard I looked at as more of a leader. And I don't know if we necessarily need that in the secondary right now. I think we have a really strong leadership on our defense anyway. So I would trend more towards Kerry Rhodes right now. Jay Claus says, Carter makes Bryce Young look like a giant. Yeah, Bryce Young looks like he's playing. He looks like the kid they put on the field to like let him run a touchdown in at like halftime, and everyone just pretends to like tackle him. That's what Bryce Young looks like right now. How was Joe Tippmann? He was hit. I don't even know who it was. It was Tippmann and someone else running down the field with no shirts on and getting the fans hyped up. I loved it. It was just like watching, was it AVT last year? Or Feeney? Who was running up the field? I'm losing my train of thought now. Jet simulations. Haven't seen anything on this. Who's been the starting center? You know what? Let me look at my phone real quick. Because I'm pretty sure it's been McGovern. But now I got to look at like a photo and like actually focus on it. Let's see. Just got to wait for the... No, I saw Tippmann taking some reps. I'll have to go back and look at all my stuff. I know nothing's really set in stone right now anyway. Still early. And there's something to be said for like players who have played with Rodgers, like a Billy Turner, for instance. Him starting on the offensive line right now for him in camp is might say something just to Rodgers' comfort level. Where with Zach's taken snaps from McGovern already. He's taken snaps with Becton already. So maybe having some of those guys on either side isn't totally crazy. Oh, Rigo the Pup. Bijan Robinson. Dijon Mustard, called Dijon Mustard, son. The slogan is, it's like a touchdown in your mouth. Good. These guys have names that they can actually market, like Sauce. I'm all for it. James asks, is there going to be an official announcement on Throwback uniforms? Oh, 100%. They'll definitely do it. When they do it, I don't know. Jesse says, I want to have Curtis Martin autograph on my Jets helmet. I would love to have a Curtis autograph. I don't have one. My godfather used to do security for the Jets, and Curtis always used to go out like the back door. You'd never like really get him to sign anything. Teddy Bear says, going to my first Jets game this year, going all the way up from North Carolina to see Rodgers versus Atlanta. Gonna be awesome. If you make it out to any game this year and you get the opportunity to watch Rodgers in a Jet uniform, I think you probably should. What game you want to go to? Up to you. Whatever your flavor is. Ben says, cheers, Ryan, as always. Great Jets content. Go Jets. Thank you. David D., did you see a video of Aaron Rodgers autographing a pregnant woman's stomach? No! I could have brought my pregnant woman. Becca, if you're watching this, I could have had your tummy signed. I'm upset. I could have said Aaron Rodgers signed your tummy. I'll have to let her know that if she's not watching. Now I'm disappointed. John says, how much cap space do we currently have? Why does Corey Davis need to take a pay cut? We have $20 million right now. The idea with Corey Davis taking a pay cut is you slide more money from Aaron Rodgers into this year, so you have more money in next year. So it's not so much about adding more players necessarily, as much as it is like maximizing your window. Because if you're paying Corey Davis a lot of money that maybe you feel like could be better spent saving by using it towards Rodgers' contract. I hope that's not what happens because I want Corey Davis here, but I can understand them wanting him to take a little less. Charles says, so what do you think about the new signings? I'll be honest, I've been so busy with work, I haven't dove into them. I don't know enough, and I don't want to say something stupid that I don't honestly know. Oh, John said it was Max Mitchell last year. He wasn't shirtless, though. The offensive lineman running down the field. Dano says Curtis Martin has great cursive writing. John said, I saw a tweet claiming an official announcement on Monday for Throwbacks. Hope so. Cuca Lake. This team makes me confident when I watch them in Buffalo in November, taking my son, a Bills fan, and dad, retired New York City firefighter, along with the game. That's awesome. Let's see where we're at. I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes. Go through a few more questions here. Dano says, once Rodgers signed her belly, she got pregnant again. I want Rodgers to sign my belly. I'll lift my shirt up. Rodgers! Discount double check. EJ says, I've been watching this video and just realized this was live. Amazing moment. EJ, I'm glad you're watching. One of our newer subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw your name pop up the other day. Okay, Yeti says, hey, Ryan, thanks for streaming. Our Saturday night's going to be a regular thing. So I haven't really told many people this, but since we're at the end of the stream and you people that are in here right now are probably the only ones that are going to make it to this part of the stream, I'll let you guys know. I'm stepping down from my job currently. I do a lot of hours, a lot of time commitment, and I'm stepping down to go more part-time, and I'm going to focus more on the YouTube side of things and like family life. So hopefully you see a little bit more content. That could mean Saturday nights become a thing. This was more so me being excited. I really enjoy doing the live streams, so we'll see. John says, congratulations on the second kid on the way. Thank you. I'm going to have baby 2 here in like 3 weeks. It's coming quick. Ben says, which throwback jerseys are the Jets going with? Looks like it's going to be the 80s. Probably the white iteration based on the footage we saw the other day. Ryan says, haven't heard anything about Laken Tomlinson. What's the word? He was signing autographs at the back end, like further from the training facility as we were walking by. And I was like, yo, Laken, big year this year. And he pointed at me. And I was like, hi. He kept going. So hopefully hopefully that gives him the motivation to kick it in gear. Jesse, hey Ryan, thanks for reading my comment. Have a great rest of your weekend. Good luck. Thank you. You have a good weekend too. Greg saying a great show. Love you. EJ says new subscriber, longtime listener. Yeah, there's so according to my channel analytics, 50% of the people that watch my stuff don't subscribe. So if you're watching and you're unsubscribed, throw me a bone. Hit that little subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. David D says nothing but good luck to you, Ryan, on this endeavor. Thank you. It's absolutely a passion, and I have a lot of fun with it. It does not feel like work. I mean, it definitely does sometimes. I would say right after the draft, after we go on the grind of like May 2nd, like second week of May is usually when I'm like cooked. I'm just fried. I'm like, okay. That's why I take off usually May, June, July. Give myself a little mental reset. Curly's laughing. He's saying, long-time listener, first-time caller. You've been here a long time, Curly. I know you've been here. Christopher Clement says, did Sauce have any other reps against Wilson today? He did. So the swatted ball that you saw in the video that I posted on Twitter, that was one of the first throws towards Garrett Wilson. And then the next play, Garrett Wilson did like a quick slant in. So Sauce was a little bit more off of him, and he caught the ball in front of Sauce, and then Sauce started chirping Rodgers. Ryan! Thanks, Ryan. Congrats on kiddo number 2. I had my 2 daughters 20 months apart. Good luck. Yeah, we were going to go for a year and a half. And then Ryan had a false start. And we were going to get 15 months. And now this baby's being born like a month early. So it's going to be a 14-month gap now. So that'll be fun. Oh, Cali Jets. You, Jake Asman, and Jets Media are my favorite to watch. Thanks for all you do. Oh, of course. Those guys are awesome. We have a really good Jets content creator sphere between myself, O'Leary, Green Bean, Jake, Richie, all the guys, Blue It, the X Factor guys, like lots of really good content creators on YouTube, and then a lot on other platforms too. There's a ton of Twitter guys, lots of Twitter guys. I can't even like hold a candle to the Twitter guys. my Twitter game is so bad compared to them. But thank you. Always appreciated. EJ says, Ryan, just do an all-night stream. Crack a beer, just wing it. Not tonight. But I will do I'll do a 24-hour stream in the future. Once I figure out what like a good threshold is for going like membership-wise, because then I'll be like, okay, now it's like we'll get enough people in here. Maybe it'll be a members-only 24-hour stream. That would be a long time. I don't know if I'll do that. Got to get everyone in here. All right. So boys and girls, I'm gonna hop off. It's like a little after 11 right now. Really excited to see what's going on at training camp. I see Zachary Berner real quick. I want to recognize this because I think this is really important as well. Have you seen Robbie Sabo's training camp recaps? They are amazing. They are really good. If you guys don't know, Robbie Sabo from Jets X Factor, really great dude. He's been tweeting out like large descriptions of like the high points of practice the last few days, and I've been reading them each day. It's incredibly helpful when you have a little kid and you're running around nonstop and you can't quite catch everything. Robbie Sabo's the man. But all right, that was fun. I will talk to you guys later. I'm sure I'll have videos coming out over the next few days. If you haven't seen the ticket group buy, Jets Chargers Week 9, myself, O'Leary, Green Bean, Monday Night Football. The following day is Election Day, so most people, or at least like kids, will have off from school. So if you guys want to go to a game, talkingjets.com, head over there. Other than that, let me know your thoughts of training camp, Aaron Rodgers, all that good stuff down below in the comments section. And as always, go Jets.